So you are in the exam hall and you're just about to write down your last sentence in your answer script, but before you can do so, you hear the invigilator goes, all right, time's up, pens down, stop writing. All right, and then you're in panic mode because you actually haven't finished writing your answer, okay, and that will cost you marks. Now, the reason why that is happening is because you ran out of time during the examination itself. So how to prevent that from happening? Now, there are two solutions. The first solution is to cast a spell and stop time. Time stop. Okay, if that doesn't work, you may wish to watch the rest of the video to learn about some time hacks. Yay! To save you more time so that you can finish the exam properly and in good time. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, the first hack, be familiar with the syllabus and the exam format. For example, which sections have the higher weightage? You may be surprised because when I conduct my lessons, I like to ask my students like, how many marks is the section worth, and they are not able to give me a very clear answer, right? So it just goes to show that some students are just not very familiar with the exam format itself, and they don't know each section is worth how many marks. So then how do you know how much effort and how much time you want to allocate for those sections accordingly? Hack number 2, read the instructions and questions carefully to ensure that you're fully aware of what you're supposed to do. And the reason why you want to do that is that you don't want to have to redo a question because if you go back and check and you find out that you have misinterpreted or misread a question, then you have to redo the whole answer. You're just wasting a lot of precious time. Hack number 3, for writing exercises, do spend some time to plan your approach before you commence writing. A lot of time for compositions and essays especially, a lot of students just start writing without a plan at all. All right, then as they write, suddenly they find that they are stuck halfway, and that should not be happening if you have a plan. Okay, this will help to save time as you already know what to write. So instead of having to stop and pause and to think about what to write next, you just follow the plan. So your writing plan can also prevent you from running into mental blocks, right? So that's the part where I said you might get stuck. Okay, hack number 4, skip difficult questions first and go for the low-hanging fruits first, right? I think a lot of students already know this. What you want to do is to make sure that you answer all the easy questions first and earn the marks. Well, they're not necessarily the easiest questions, right? But these are the questions that you have the most confidence in. Okay, so once you know you can give confident answers, just go ahead and earn the marks first. You can always go back to the difficult questions after you have finished the paper. So a quick tip I have for you here, do put a mark on the difficult questions so that you don't forget, right? Otherwise, if you go back and check and you forget to shade your answers for those questions, you are just going to leave it blank, and that will cost you a lot of marks. Hack number 5, always keep track of time, right? I understand that in the exam hall, there's always a clock that's visible, okay, for the students, and invigilators tend to use that clock as the reference, right? I always encourage students to wear watches while going to the exam hall, and I observe that sometimes students just don't have the habit of wearing watches, right? Because I think nowadays students have access to their handphones all the time. They can just check the time from their handphone, so they don't need to wear watches. So it is a good habit, right, to just wear a simple watch, like a Casio watch or a G-Shock or something, so it will help you to keep track of time. Stick to your planned time allocation and do not exceed the allocated time, right? For example, if you're going to spend just about 15 to 20 minutes maximum, right, for your situation writing, stick to that time allocation. Do not exceed that 20 minutes because doing so, you will sacrifice the time that's needed for the next section if you do not stick to your plan. Hack number 6, do not allow yourself to get distracted for whatever reason. Focus is the key, okay? Try not to get distracted by your surroundings, right? People walking past, invigilators walking around, people dropping pencils, pens on the floor, while they're in the exam hall. Okay, getting distracted means that you may have to read the text or the question several times before you acquire an understanding, so that's a lot of time wasting. Okay, here's a quick hint. Try to get enough sleep the night before so that you can keep your focus and not allow yourself to get distracted. Hack number 7, think fast and write fast. Well, this is easier said than done. Quick thinking can be honed. You want to practice with the exam papers often, and then you will find that you will get faster along the way. Writing needs to be legible, always remember that, but they do not need to be perfect. Okay, so stop trying to create a piece of art okay with your handwriting. There's no need for perfect handwriting. They only need to be legible, right? Clear and legible handwriting. Hack number 8, do efficient working. What do I mean? If you have to do working like drafting out a plan for the essay or the composition or writing out some steps, do it very efficiently. Do not waste too much time trying to draw a lot of arrows, a lot of mind maps, diagrams, and you spend half an hour on the working and you haven't started writing out the answer itself, right? For example, you can use symbols or abbreviations and to keep the planning very concise, right? Very short. Use bullet points, okay, and do not just write out an entire draft for the essay. That's not really a very efficient way of doing some working, right? So unless marks are awarded for showing the working like in a maths paper or something, right, do not waste time over planning your answers. Okay. Hack number 9, read the entire paper first. I understand a lot of students do not do this as well. What you want to do is to get an overview of the entire paper. Then you were able to decide which questions to focus on first. All right, and finally we have hack number 10. Okay, checking and proofreading is great and usually it's the last step, but do not overdo it. Overthinking and checking too frequently can lead to more mistakes than you think, right? Because a lot of times, some students they already wrote down the correct answers, but they go back and check and recheck and they doubt themselves. All right, and as a result, they change the answers, okay, and that turned out to be the wrong answers, and then they go, I should have trusted myself and leave that answer, in the first place, okay? The first answer is the right one. So sometimes you just have to trust your instinct, and if you feel confident about your answer, just check 2 or 3 times to prevent careless mistake, and then that's it, right? Don't waste too much time on that. Okay, so with that said, I wish you all the best, good luck for your upcoming examinations, and we've come to the end of the video, right? So if you are serious about signing up for English lessons, you know where to find me, englishttution.org. Do remember to leave a like and a subscribe so that you will be the first to be notified when we upload more new videos. Thanks again for viewing, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.